Hello everyone, this video is the last one in my female head anatomy series I started a couple of weeks ago. In this one we're gonna talk about how to make natural looking hair in Maya using fiber mesh curves we're going to export now. Let me show you how to do that. First you grab the hair. I have my hair in two, one the long one and the short one. I'm gonna grab my long one now. Go to fiber mesh. Now open preview settings and export curves. Fast preview, and this is like how many you have right now. 100. If you export 100, the amount of curves will be really too much, so we just keep cutting down until we get a good amount. I think that's too low, maybe like 5. Yeah, I think that has all. Yeah, that's not too high or too little. And I'm gonna hit export curves. Now you can export this in OBJ format, Maya, or anything you want. Since I'm gonna use Maya, I'm gonna export it in Maya and just hit save after you're done. I'm gonna do the same with my short hair. Just go to fiber mesh, fast preview, and no, maybe a little bit more. This is too, maybe 5, maybe just let's stick with 5. Yeah, that seems like a good amount of curves. And just hit export, the same method before, and choose Maya and export these curves. We're gonna do the same for the eyebrows and the eyelashes. After you done exporting these curves, we're gonna go to Maya and see how can we use them to make real good looking hair. So stay tuned. Now let's go through how we got these guides imported in Maya and start working with it. First we're gonna use xgen here to create the hair, but if you're gonna use xgen from scratch here, putting all these guides will take forever just to finish them. Like literally it could take up to days just putting all these guides. So having them ready from fiber mesh here is like huge advantage. It really saves a lot of time, and once you have them here, you just can adjust anything. If you don't like it, the guides are easy to manipulate using this one over here, which you get from the xgen tab. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's talk about how we imported these guides. You just hit file, import, and import where you saved these guides. It will be just like this. Hold on, let me show you how exactly you're going to find this. Yeah, it's gonna be Maya, like this. The name of the thing you saved and curves. That's about it. You just hit this and import, and you'll find all the guides just like imported, something like this. But of course this is the xgen, but it will be like this, a huge list of the curves. But before you can make them an xgen guides, you need to have like this geometry itself, so you can bind it with it. So I already had my geometry done. I got from the whole thing. I started deleting the faces I don't want, so I created one for the fuzz hair, the natural thin hair we find all over your body, one for the eyelashes, the places where you're gonna grow the eyelashes, the forehead, for the eyebrows, and the scalp for the guides of the hair we just exported. After you create these little geometries, you can just press them and create a collection. Usually it will be like still haven't opened here, but after this, a window like this will appear. Just say place and shaping guides here and write the name of description and the collection you want. I named my collection head hair, and the description, the first one I named it hair. Afterwards, eyebrow, eyelashes, fuzz, and so on. After you did this, just mark all your guides, and after you mark them, you're gonna go to utilities and curves to guides and just say add guides. This process will take like a minute or two. Afterwards, you're gonna have these beautiful xgen guides. All your guides that we exported from fiber mesh will turn into xgen guides and be marked in that yellow color. That's about it. Afterwards, you start adding the things you want for the hair. First, I made this density map because I don't want some places to have hair and others would. So let me just show you. And this is my map. The white for the places I want the hair to appear, and the black for the places I don't want any hair, which is where this head accessories lie. And here I don't want any hair. Afterwards, let me just exit this mode. You start adding how thin the strand of hair you want it. I think this was pretty good, and the tip of the hair very thin, as much as you can. Afterwards, set the density and go to modifiers. Now these are the clumpings that gives the hair its shape. Now these are very important. First one, you go here where this little button and say clumping and OK. Afterwards, you set up the maps, how thin you want every guide to have. For the high number, the more hair you get. Look at this small yellow. These are the density. 1 for really small. After you set it, just say generate and save. Afterwards, I'm gonna only explain like the two most important things I normally use, the curls and the offset. But in the first clumping I didn't use any. In the second one I used some curls and offset. Yeah. Now the curls, each guide will make curls. Look at this. If we zoomed in here, small amount of curls. I didn't want them heavy, just like very simple. So I said like 1.2. I mean 2 was too much for me. And the offset, like you can describe it as the volume of the hair itself. Also 2 and 3 were just a little bit too much. So I started adding the numbers and seeing the best looking result, really. You see here the hair is very thin. That's because only I made the preview here like 10%, because if I made it like full, my computer will die on me, and we don't want that. So just set the preview to the smallest amount you can if you're going to have a very high density hair. back to our modifiers. After I made these two, I just played a little bit with the clumping scale. The higher it goes up, the more curly and messy it will get. This was enough amount for me. Some people use expressions. Of course it has a better result. I just find the expression thing a bit too deep for me, I guess. After you're done with your clumpings, you can go and adjust this modifier CV count. This is like every guide has points in them. If we like select one guide, you can see, if you like this, guides control points. This is how many CVs it has. Look at this. The more higher up it goes, the more natural and relaxed the hair will look. So just do it as much as your computer can. Some people go up to like 200 and 300, but 80 and with a 10% preview, and it's already a bit heavy. So you can go as much as you can for the result you need. One time I did African curly hair. I had to go up until 200 just to get the nice puffy look. After you've done your hair, adjusted and everything, we can move on to another set of hair. For instance, the eyebrows. The same method. We go hold our geometry, forehead area, and description, create description, name the description you want. For instance, eyebrows, the same collection, and just set create. After you create them, import your guides and link them through utilities to this mesh. I already did mine. Let me show you. These are, hold on, I forgot one very important thing, which is switch to the another description. Where is my eyebrow here? Yeah, this one. And this is the curves, the guides I made. Afterwards, all you need for the eyebrows really is just create the density mask, black everywhere, just white in this place. This is getting a bit confusing. Let me just hide this hair. This is where you hide it, and this is where you hide the hair. And let's switch back to the eyebrow hair. Now I think that's pretty good hair. All you need to do here really is, after you make your map, just control the width. And for modifiers, I didn't even do anything. Some people add just small amount of noise, something just to give it the wrinkles, but I didn't think I needed much here. It has pretty nice thick eyebrows. Let's just keep them at that. The eyelashes, the same. I just hit the eyelashes area, this is it, and go to my description, lashes here, and make my guides. You can work with one eye if you're gonna put the guides in if you don't have them ready already. You can just put them here, and after this mark them all, and this hit this, it is gonna mirror it to the other side. But since I already have mine ready from fiber mesh, it makes the things just so much easier. But here I did add modifiers. Yeah, I add clumpings because the eyelashes really always intertwined together. Pretty basic, the same thing. I didn't even add curls or effect, just set up maps, one very high, the other low. Yeah, one high, one low, and just play a bit with the clumping scale right here. and you get a simple, beautiful result. You don't need to do much. Last but not least, the fuzz hair. Let me grab my body. Yeah, this is the one. Isolated. This is the body itself. I just deleted my eyes and the mouth because these don't have any fuzz hair really. And the same method, create description, name your description, and let me show you. Yeah, also I made the preview very little, yeah, because the fuzz hair just almost crashed my laptop. And density, I didn't made it too much. These guys I put it here in Maya because I didn't make fuzz hair in fiber mesh. Just didn't think it's gonna look really good, so I just put these guides here. The important thing is just watch where the hair flows, like follow the surface and decide where the hair flows and adjust the guides using this one here. Look at this, adjust it the way you want it, and also rotate and move. It will work. After you done placing them, yeah, I only adjusted the length because this hair is shorter than any other hair, and the widths, yeah, I didn't put any modifiers. That was all that I needed. Let me just show you just maybe a little bit preview. Yeah, this is what it would look like, but just watch how heavy it got. So let me just switch it back to nice and 10%. Yeah, so this is pretty much all the hair: the fuzz hair, the head hair, the eyebrows hair, and the lashes hair. Now, putting these will take some time, but I promise you the result will be totally worth it. After we've done this, just adjust the lightings and render. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. Just find your angle and render. Well, I'll show you the render in a while.